need to fix some of this. It's all out of whack. It's all out of whack. I guess I could go like that. Let me do that. A little bit like that. Sorry, I normally do this earlier in the day, but I was hanging out with my girls. With my girls. I don't have to focus that camera. Okay, much better. It's much better.
Well, there must be some mistake. I'm not sick. Except for the burning sensation and the discharge, I feel fine.
Okay, very quickly, I need to just go into the golden circle and just let people know that that I'm live. That I'm live, about to do public reactions. Okay. So this was the first week of school for me. Here's my Facebook community. Can join it. There's Jerry Blank. Jerry Blank. We have all the greats here. We have Mr. G from Summer Heights High. We have Valerie Cherish. Hold on, I have some Valerie Cherish clips I'm sure I can play, don't I? I sure do.
Lisa Rinna told me that I'd have fun.
Didn't. So, yeah, it was the first. Oh, hi, Tony. Hi there again, Tony. Hold on. And Bridge, maybe Icy, Bridget. You all have me working today. I had to switch from Deborah to you because I got the notification that you were going live. Yeah, Deborah is playing one of those Biohazard or something games. I ironed my hair today. I ironed it out upstairs and downstairs. The curtains and the drapes. That doesn't make sense. The carpet and the drapes. No, I didn't. But I did iron my hair out. After I get my vaccine, so I'm due to get my vaccine, the first half of it, in February. Okay? And then I'm getting the Moderna vaccine, and then I'll have to wait 28 days to get the second dose. And so after I get the second dose, after a few weeks, I'm going to go and I'm going to get a couple inches taken off of my hair. This is not... Here, I'll show you kind of like where I think my hair is peak. I had to take a... Hold on. How are you liking the new brush you got? Okay, so I have mixed feelings about it. It feels really good, but when I'm drying my hair, this other paddle brush that I have that's a lot less expensive does a better job. Ironing the carpet does sound a little dangerous. They told us we wouldn't get the vaccine until the end of February or March. Oh, really? And you work in LA Unified School District. That's messed up. I think one of the reasons why that I might be getting it sooner than you, although if you work for a unified school district, I feel as if you should have priority over me. But one of the reasons why I may be getting it a bit sooner is because Cal State Long Beach is going to be one of the places that distributes the vaccine. So we may get it a little bit earlier. Ooh, okay, now that's better. So here, I'm going to go to my Instagram, and I'm going to show you. By the way, we are going to do public freakouts. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Okay. So we can, on my YouTube, I have so many pictures or so many videos of me growing my hair out. One thing I do like about my hair this length, though, is I love the braids. I love the braids. I do love doing that. So I need to just do it as much as I can over the next couple of months before I get vaccinated. Before I get my syphilis vaccine. Syphilis. Who knew I would have syphilis?
You have syphilis.
No.
Not only that, it appears that your syphilis is infested with crabs, and those crabs are carrying gonorrhea.
Zoinks. Okay. Profile. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So my hair was kind of peak length right before lockdown started. I'll show you kind of where I think my hair looks at its best length. And of course, once it got into lockdown, I was kind of like, forget it. I'm not gonna do anything. Okay. So we're getting close. We're getting close. I like this length, but they're better pictures of me. This is the length. Here, I'll give you a few different examples. I think all of this is good length. Yeah, this is where I think this is the sweet spot for the length. So I guess it's like chin length. But it'll be better when I get it cut this time, because then they'll cut off all the dead ends and it'll all be, like, all of my hair will be the same length. You can tell here that it's, well, maybe not. Those aren't the best pictures for it, but here would be a good one. Where you can see my hair is, like, all different lengths. At any rate. At any rate. I mean, I do kind of like the idea, because my hair is so long now, of just letting it get really long. So I could have braids that come all the way down to my testes. And that way, when I have to use the restroom, I pee all over my hair. Hashtag goals.
Where's the bathroom?
Where isn't the bathroom? Jeez, wear a catheter. Go in the corner.
I don't like how it cuts off the clip like that. You don't get to hear her say the R, the last R in corner. Okay, so let's pull up. That's not what I want to do. Let's pull up these videos that I've curated this week. Let's do it. Okay, which order do I want to do this in? I don't know if I have that many videos. Okay, so this one is called the QAnon, which, by the way, we have to do this really fast before, so I'm going to go to, this week, I went to, I have to tell you, if you live in the LA area, you have to see this guy. Hold on. This is my hairdresser. I want to show you my hairdresser. He works in Riverside. His name is Andrew. He is so talented. I just look at all of this. It's Andrew Does Hair on Instagram. And he's really, I mean, just next level with his haircuts. Oh, this would be, maybe. That's a good, and there he is. He's very good. Very good. And he has such good looking clientele. I mean, look at this guy. Hello. I'm impregnated just looking at him. And normally a face tattoo, I would be like, no. But, you know what? There does not seem to be a lot of textured hair here. So that's probably a good point. I could ask him, though. But then again, it is kind of odd that everybody here... I'll ask him. I mean, a bit of diversity, but yeah, I see your point. Look at that guy. I love his freckles. At any rate, Andrew is super duper talented, and I'm looking forward to going back to him. This guy kind of reminds me of Norman Reedus from, what's that show? Not Game of Thrones, the one with the... Tony said next year will be 1 year since I had a haircut. How long is your hair now, Tony? 1 year is actually a pretty good length. Okay, so let's go. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My brain is all over the place. It's a little fried because I was playing video games with Tony and Deborah for a couple of hours. Okay, so The Walking Dead, that's what it is. Yeah, Norman Reedus is such a sexy guy. too. So I decided to, because one of the big news stories is how all of these QAnon people are imploding this week, and because all of these predictions ended up not coming true. So I was like, I want to take the time to actually read what QAnon is about. I know that it was in part about sex trafficking and this left-wing liberal cabal, and kind of formed as a splinter of Pizzagate. But I didn't know too much about it. But I just want to show you this. This is the part that just made me laugh. And by the way, I've been watching all of these documentaries on cults lately. So I just finished Heaven's Gate on HBO, which is the cult where they believed that there was that Hale-Bopp was a spaceship that was coming to take them all the way to heaven. It was the largest mass suicide in U.S. history. And then I also watched the NXIVM cult, which I'm so into the NXIVM cult. I preferred the NXIVM cult one over the Heaven's Gate one, but what do you call it? Deborah, like what I don't think that Deborah's pronoun is it's, but Deborah preferred it the other way around. And these people lost their parents dying of suicide.
Just because your dad was killed in some freak accident, nobody can have one? Well, I'll tell you something. My daddy's alive
and yours is dead, and ain't nothing gonna change that. I like Janine Garofalo. I like the Janine Garofalo. So here are all of their failed predictions, and some of them are just the storm, and the storm is a code word for when they were going to take down all of these child predators who were Democrats in government, but also big famous actors like Tom Hanks. I mean, it's just woo, 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 woo. So the storm would take place on November 13th, 2017. And so they were going to all be collected, and they were going to be executed in public fashion. And then one of the interesting things that I've learned from this documentary that's not about QAnon, but QAnon is certainly a cult, is they talk about cognitive dissonance, which is, if you've taken Psychology 101, you know, it's when something contradicts your belief system, and how do you make room for it. And their argument is that cults always find a way to revise what their belief system is to make room for whatever contradicts it, right? So if the storm doesn't take place on November 3rd, 2017, it's, we got the numbers wrong. Like a lot of these death cults will say, like that Harold Camping death cult, where he kept predicting the end of the world and kept getting it wrong and wrong and wrong. But he had all of these followers, and he'd say, oh yeah, the signs that I got in the Bible, I did the math wrong. I wasn't using the right formula. Bridget said, I feel like I want to infuriate a cult, but at the same time, I'll get brainwashed and get lost. I don't know. I mean, a number of people who end up in cults are not dumb. And one of my very close friends is, I don't know that I would call her a QAnon follower, but she's definitely gone down a rabbit hole when it comes to a lot of the Pizzagate, child predator, thinks that George Soros and Tom Hanks and all these people are trying to put microchips in us. Like, she's gone down a deep rabbit hole, and she's not a dumb gal. I mean, it allows people, if you're not super aware of the techniques that these people use to get you in, they appeal to your sense of vanity in a way, because you feel like you get something that the rest of the world doesn't understand. And cults really become popular whenever people feel out of control, because it gives them a sense of control. So the Heaven's Gate cult really starts emerging at the height of the Vietnam War, when there's all of this uncertainty, and yeah, very sad, very sad. Infiltrate. Okay, so let's they've predicted that Jack Dorsey of Twitter and Mark Zuckerberg would leave Facebook and Twitter respectively. You know, like, look at all of these failed predictions, all of these false claims, and people still buy into it. And the scary thing, and this is the last thing that I'll say about it before we move on to the public freakouts, one of the very scariest things about it is this is all bullshit, right? It's all make-believe fantasy stuff, but it has a performative dimension. It has a self-fulfilling prophecy component to it, because these people who stormed the Capitol, many of them were QAnon followers. So this whole idea of the storm, where you would have progressive people in Congress publicly executed, they wanted to make that happen, even though it was all just BS. It's very scary. So at any rate, this video is called "The QAnon MAGA Cult Members Are Having Trouble Accepting Reality," because then they would have to admit to themselves that everything that they believed in is false. Oh, this is funny.
Why are you here today at the inauguration?
I believe it by supernatural God that Donald J. Trump is the next president of the United States, that he won rightfully so, landslide, and wait and see the goodness of God will come upon him.
Okay, I think
Will come upon
That's
him.
okay.
But he just got sworn in. You
doesn't
hear
matter.
it. You hear he just got sworn in.
He will not take the power.
But now he is president now. He just got sworn in.
Wait and see. Wait and see.
No, but it literally just happened. You're in the crowd.
Doesn't mean he is the president. That cannot happen.
Joe Biden is president right now. You can admit that.
No, they stole it. They're proclaiming it, but he's not the president. He's not God's president.
But he's the president of the United States.
No.
Why are you here today?
This has to be a wig too. It reminds me of, because I live in West Hollywood, which is a very I'm probably going to be spelling this wrong. Oh, did I spelled it right? Oh my gosh. So Orthodox Jewish women wear these things called shidels, and shidels are wigs because it's a way of showing deference to God. But the whole purpose of it is you're not supposed to have a Kim Zolciak wig or a wig that makes you look prettier. The whole point is to be more modest. So that's the reason why shidels look like that. You know, they are supposed to look super duper fake. So she kind of looks like she's wearing a shidel. No, but he's being sworn in right now. No, that can't be, because QAnon. I don't trust the media. I trust 4chan. I heard knocking. It's probably them trying to break me down. Okay, I watched a YouTube documentary on the whole Jewish wig thing. I had no idea. I just thought they were white women with bad wigs. It's only, and I'm half Jewish. I didn't even living in a Russian Jewish neighborhood, I, like you, just thought like, oh God, honey, zhuzh it up. Do something with it. Take it to a hairdresser. They could do something with that. Go and tell... not good. But then I read up on it. I was like, oh no, that's the point, which kind of makes sense, right? It's like, it's kind of similar to when Jewish men wear yarmulkes. But here's the difference, okay? So many Jewish men will put a yarmulke over their bald spot, which is a vanity thing, right? Like, I'm gonna strategically place, because the yarmulke, when you look at like young Jewish boys in school, they put them pretty much on the top of their head. But then the older Jewish men put the yarmulke and the back of the head over the bald spot. And that's not right. But then they expect their wives to be like, you know what? That shidel is too flashy. It's too flashy of a shidel. I need it to look more rubbery. I need it to look like, go back to Party City and get a different shidel. I don't like that. Double standard, sexist double standard, and I'm not here for it. Okay, so let's go. Don't let anyone tell you what to do with your bush. Oh, this is pretty good too. I found this one last night. This woman reminds me of Deborah Wilkerson. Just wait, especially how Deborah has her avatar head on top of the woman with the knockers. This woman is Deborah. I hope Tony's still in the room so he can see it.
I got pissed off the other day. God damn it. Cause my neighbors is complaining cause my bushes is growing over on their fucking side of the fence. So I just called Tank.
Tank.
And I said, will you bring every fucking kind of saw you got over here and let's get rid of this bitch so this fucking cunt next door shut her goddamn mouth.
I'm never gonna be monetized. Never.
Anybody want a marshmallow? And so anyway,
Anybody want a
he cut
marshmallow?
that shit down, and I helped him like the ones that I could break with my bare hands.
Isn't it,
'cause y'all
Stevie?
know.
And hold on, I just have to pause this to say that how she references the guy named Tank who comes over and helps her break up the bush. Debbie, as Heather Feather on her podcast, used to talk to this guy named Tank who was not mentally all there. And every time, like a couple of years later, I said to Debbie, I was like, you need to call Tank back and tell him that you're pregnant with his child because, you know, he would get, you know, like, yeah, Tank, you got me pregnant over the phone. No, that can happen. And so I just love that this woman also has a Tank in her life who helped destroy her bush.
I'm the shits when it comes to body time at my young age of 39 years old.
2 minutes!
Really
Hold on, we have to look at minutes.
Hey,
Oh, that's so funny. 2 minutes later.
y'all know really deep down I ain't nothing but an old country gal. You know, I like sitting outside, sitting by the campfire, drinking cures.
Cures?
waving at neighbors, petting my dog, drinking some more cures. It ain't nobody bothering you about nothing.
You better not be burning any trash over there.
Fuck you!
5 minutes later.
Y'all, I'm sorry, I can't get my breath here. God,
This has to be
dang, that
fake.
bitch can run. Listen, I was getting ready to just charge over there and
This
beat
has
the
to be
fucking
fake.
pump out of that bitch. And she run up in her trying to for her head, trying to catch her, and she locked the door. I was like, fuck you, I got a master key. This is my trailer park. So I opened up the door and she had on one of them little fucking chains that only she had the one key to it in the whole wide world. And all I could do was like see her from like this much of my face, and everyone was like, fuck you. Her young'uns was like hanging out the bottom of the door, like reaching little baby midget hands out going, leave our mama alone.
Yeah, this has to be fake because if you got punched in the eye, you wouldn't have... It takes a little while for it to become black and blue like that. I mean, it's still funny, but it's fake.
Man, I tell you what, yeah, I got some man. You fucking do anything you want to do, because I'm coming over there with my big black dildo later, and I'm going to send it up your cooch.
Okay, I want to scroll down just to see other people say. Lordy, that boob job looking rough. Boob job, I was about to compliment her shoulder implants. Wood bang, same. Sloppy infinites. That's pretty good. Nobody's calling out for it for being fake. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Intimidation check fail. That's what this video is called. Drinking curs and petting my dog.
Echoing critics who say that he repeated the same 25-second response over and over again in one sense the day he was
Okay.
on the campaign trail. But a reporter from Vox has a completely different take, writing, quote, and this is the title for the article, I saw a Marco Rubio town hall in New York.
That first I was trying to comment and figure out, like, who do I feel like is more in the wrong? And that guy was right for honking because there was no reason for this guy to stop here. I know it says yield here, but there was nobody in the lane coming up. But let's watch it again because it was really funny. I mean, he's being a bit dramatic. Just as, like, a boop is fine. Boop. boop. You don't have to be like so hardcore with
A
it.
reporter from Vox says a completely different take, writing, quote, and this is the title for the article, I saw a Marco Rubio town hall in New Hampshire. I saw a Marco Rubio town hall in New Hampshire. I saw a Marco Rubio town hall in New Hampshire. I saw a Marco Rubio town hall in New Hampshire.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay. Oh, I do like this. Horse has a oh, this is funny. It's funny. Horse has a happy y'all know I love a happy freak out. Has a happy freak out while playing in the water, but it also has a big fart. It also has a big fart. Look at it. Look at Sarah Jessica Parker.
Are you proud of yourself?
Oh my god, I can't. We have to watch it again. That's so funny. The fart is so good. Aww. Look at his eye. Look at his eye.
Are you proud of yourself?
Oh my god, I can't. That was pretty good. Hold on. I just like his eye. His eye. One more fart. Oh my god. His butthole perks too. It gets like, it does a pucker. You can look at the pucker. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Here's another horse one. The horse had a public freak out. I don't remember which one this is.
Algunos miles ahora me tocó ganar. El respeto me lo he ganado, pero a chingazo la verdad. No saben cuánto me ha costado.
Oh, this poor guy. That poor mariachi. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. Okay. This one is called BFF.
I hope they pull you the fuck over. Fuck you. You cut me off like that again, I'm gonna fucking cut your throat. Step out of that truck, you piece of shit. Oh, I'm gonna get your ass at this red light. Oh, your ass is mine. Fuck, you're mine. Oh, you better turn. You better fucking turn at this red light. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I hope you have a nice day. I'm sorry about what I said. Don't get out and beat my ass. Hey, we still friends? Fuck you, it's green now. I hope you
That is hilarious. I love that. I loved it. I loved it. Okay, oh my gosh, y'all. Are those the only ones I had in my playlist? This isn't right. It's not fair. Let me go to the page. Let me go to public freakouts. Public freakout. We're gonna do top because I'm a bottom. We're gonna go to this week. Oh, this is sad.
Recap with Kelly.
I'm sure y'all saw this. So, like, Kellyanne Conway's daughter, Courtney, who is basically, she's gorgeous, I think, which is so surprising to me because George Conway is not an attractive man and Kellyanne looks like a scarecrow. But she got these, she put together video of her mom, like a compilation of her mom being very abusive to her.
Asshole, you beat the shit out of my daughter. I can get you taken out of here today. Stupid ass thing you always say. I wish. Because then she would fuck you. I told you that. You don't fucking listen. No, what the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't get coronavirus from the president. Everybody got coronavirus from somebody who flew in for that event. That's not true. You get coronavirus from the president. You're wrong. If you only knew what people thought of you. You don't know. Because they know you've got other problems. They'll take you, by the way. The only place that'll take you! That you weren't going to post about your family anymore. You just lie to everyone and everybody sees it.
She does look like the Crypt Keeper.
Grateful bitch. And since you're lucky your mom's pro-life. Fuck you! I thought it was over! It's over!
She said you're lucky your mom's pro-life. I am blessed that I had such amazing parents. I cannot imagine my parents even cursing in front of me, much less making me the object of what they're cursing about. But I certainly had friends in high school where... What is that noise? I certainly had friends in high school where their parents talked to them like this, and it's horrifying. I mean, I feel so bad for this. She's 15 years old, or I think 16 years old now. If I was the daughter, I'd just be counting down the days until I was 18. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. It makes me really sad for her.
Who's following you, dumbass?
A COVID recap.
I'm fucking recording. You're never gonna record another fucking thing in your life. It's going for a forensic analysis. One fucking bit for you to tell people I'm a bitch. What? 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 What?
This is horrible.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
You're mocking me.
You think I'm mocking you? I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Do you know what you've done to yourself? Do you know what you've done to yourself? I'm 15. No. You're immature. Before you get it all over the sheets that I clean.
Can you stop?
No, you don't ignore me. Asshole. I text them all day long. And they're paying attention to you because they know that you need extra help.
What'd you call me?
What do you want to know?
Hypo?
Hyper. No, I said hyper. From the doctor's hypo. What do you want to know?
Hypo?
Hyper. No, I said hyper. Get my mom, please!
Can you please, Mom?
No, you please! I want you out of here! You were making you mad. Some 15-fucking-year-old made you mad.
That's really awful. I mean,
Some members of the media were engaged in deliberately false reporting.
There will be times when we...
Let me say this. When a video like that comes out, she should be completely deplatformed. I don't mean like on social media. I mean, she should never be invited back on any news station. She should never... All her credibility, as if she had any to begin with. But they should not... She should not be hired anywhere. Like, that is some evil, next-level stuff. Awful.
See things differently in this room.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
That's okay. That's part of our democracy.
That's what you guys should be writing and covering.
The importance of bringing truth and transparency back to the briefing room.
I will see you on Monday.
Let's do this again tomorrow.
Thank you, Jen. I mean, when people talk about a night and day difference between these two administrations, it's...
I think this one.
Wow. No more.
Law, bro. If you ain't committing no crime, you ain't got no business right here asking no question, interrogating them. This is a legal detain. What crime was committed? Who they say was watching? Who they said that did it? Who are you looking for? What's the person's name? What's the description of the person, officer? What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Rosenbaum 161.
161? Okay. I'll be calling your office. They know who I am, Toy Battle. This is a legal search. You ain't supposed to do none of this. This is a legal stop, too. You have suspicion?
I'm not stopping.
You have suspicion? Well, you ain't supposed to ask that, though, because you're running them right now in leads.
You're free to go right now.
Yeah, you is free to go. He is free to go. He always free to go. And don't ask nobody else on how with their name without them committing crimes. That is illegal. Y'all time is almost up. All right? Don't ask nobody their name and their ID. That's illegal.
Everybody good out here?
Yeah, everybody always good out here. We only good when you ain't out here manipulating people. Have a nice day. Stop scanning people's names. Find some real criminals.
Wow.
Because next time it might cost you your badge. Yeah, for real. You know what the ultra-various law is? Stop breaking the law.
Wow. Good for that guy. Couple who stormed black child's birthday party with a gun and Confederate flags in tears as they get sentenced to a combined 35 years. Okay, Schadenfreude. I'm here for it. Let's watch. I'm here.
I know I was in the wrong.
I know I was in the wrong, but please be lenient. All I did was bring guns.
But I want you all to know that that is not me.
I hate it when people say that. My biggest pet peeve. When somebody goes, that is not who I am. That is not who I am. It's what you do. It's what you do.
That is not me.
Tears and apologies as a woman behind this racially charged confrontation at a child's birthday party
Awful.
learns she'll spend the next 13 years in prison. This video shows what happened. People in trucks stopped near a house on Capitol.
Think about how horrific that is for a child. I mean, let alone the adults who were at that birthday party, right? But then imagine it from the perspective of a child. That experience is never, ever going to leave them. It will haunt them for the rest of their lives. It's kind of like Freud tells us about during our upbringing. If something traumatic happens to us, it stays with us. It manifests in different types of behavioral issues whenever we become adults. Like, for instance, my mom and dad divorced when I was 4 months old. And so that was my oral stage of development. And I had, true to form, I developed an oral fixation. I sucked my thumb until I was 30. I started smoking when I was 11. Luckily, I quit that when I was 30 as well. But I just, the trauma that these people, these white supremacists inflicted on this poor family, not just the family, everybody who was in attendance.
Street in Douglasville, where an African-American family hosted a birthday party.
Yeah, the people in those trucks had Confederate flags flying. Police say they also shouted racial slurs and made threats against a mother and her son. Well, tonight, 2 people are heading to prison for violating Georgia's street gang terrorism law. Fox 5's Portia Bruner was in court for today's emotional sentencing.
I do accept responsibility for what I've done. I know I was in the wrong. But I want you all to know that that is not me.
Yes, it is.
Taylor Ray Norton was emotional as she spoke to several of the family members who were celebrating a child's birthday party.
And then sorry, I know I'm being very serious right now, and this is supposed to be like comedic, and we're watching funny stuff, you know, and I'm sure the next video will be funny. But then on top of all of that, for the people who were attending that party, and my guess is when it pans out into the courtroom and you see the women of color crying on each other's shoulders, then on top of having to deal with the trauma of that white supremacy, then they also have to, like, you have this white woman's tears trying to make them feel guilty for a crime that the white woman perpetrated, right? Because you have to think like, oh my gosh, this woman is going to jail for such a long time. And I mean, who knows? You can't get into the hearts or minds of anybody, but I'm sure that is something that you would take into consideration, right? Because most people want to go on the side of their good angels and forgive people, or, you know, they don't want to see anybody's life destroyed. I mean, it's so many layers of messed up that these white supremacists have inflicted upon the people that were at that party. Yeah. Stevie said, I love it when they say, this isn't me, when something that they talked about they freely chose to do, right? Then what is you? If you are not what you do, then what are you?
When this convoy of pickup trucks...
I don't like it when people act like racism or homophobic. You know, they're like, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not sexist, I'm not whatever. As if racism was a person. It's not. It's a behavior. It's an act. It's what somebody does. So don't get it twisted with that game of manipulation.
Arrived bearing Confederate and other flags, July 2015.
This is a child's birthday party.
Douglas County prosecutors say Norton was not one of the riders who pointed shotguns at the adults and children in the yard of the Douglasville home.
Yeah, exactly, Tony. It wasn't her until after she was caught, and then suddenly, or it was her, then she gets caught, and it's like, it's not me.
But David Amati says she was among many who hurled menacing threats while yelling the N-word.
We'll blow the heads off of the little, and quote, the little can get one too.
A Douglas County jury convicted the 25-year-old mother February 6th. She and Jose Torres were found guilty of aggravated assault, making terroristic threats, and violating the Georgia Street Gang Act. Prosecutors say about 15 people, several with pointed guns, were riding through town that day under the name Protect the Flag. Aisha Bryant was at that party with her 3 children and other loved ones.
I forgive you. I forgive all of you. I'm not a sincere person.
See, this is, I'm sorry, like I'm on the brink of tears right now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is my first time to ever see this video. And I just want us to rewind for a second what I was talking about. Like, here you have these people who a crime has been perpetrated against, and you see it pans out to them crying on each other's shoulders. I called it. That it's not just what has happened to them. Now they have to feel responsible because there's this woman who's crying, who's a mother, who's going to be taken away from her kids. So it puts the onus, this white woman's tears puts the onus of her crime onto the victims of the crime. So it's like here in this victim impact statement, she feels compelled to almost apologize to the person who perpetrated the crime against her. It's just so wrong.
No shots were fired that day, but Judge William McLean said their actions were still quite harmful.
I suppose a Confederate flag can be interpreted different ways in different contexts. But if you drive around town waving Confederate flags and using the N-word everywhere you go, then there's only one way to interpret that.
Exactly. And threatening the lives of people and children. I mean, that's just awful. Hopefully we'll get something.
She's been upset for a week because we had a tough call with her school.
Okay, now let's go to something a little bit lighter. Here's Courtney Conway again. I like her hair darker better. I think it suits her better.
They basically told her. Last night I saw she'd been upset.
The facts.
She came down at 1:30 in the morning. At that point, I've been up for 22 hours. I want to be your mother. So let's go to family therapy. And I want to do that. I would like to do that.
And we talked about it.
She called that night and texted me and said, I'm sure your sister's 11th birthday. Not real. The people on TikTok who built her up, she went through a very hard time right before you were here on November 2nd. They wanted to cancel her because she had a party and they didn't see enough masks. And people are jealous of her. We love her.
I was here on that call.
So that she can have our private quarters.
You know how it happens? Get rid of the phone, get rid of the internet, get rid of all that.
I pay for my phone. I don't pay for my computer. That's the school, so you can take that. But I pay for my phone. I bought this.
Does she have a leaf in her hair?
Put it on the line. You see, you have it too far forward. That's right.
Las Vegas police have released security video of a woman.
Oh, I can't watch that. I watched that before.
You made it lost, bro? What? Hey, what, Holmes? You mad he lost or what, bro? Oh, yeah? I lost too. Who lost? You mad he lost, bro? Who lost, Holmes?
I can't deal with more racism. I just can't. I just can't deal with it. I love a hot dog. Before I started going to Noom, or doing Nooming my weight off, I would go to this place called Carney's and I'd get chili cheese dogs and they're so delicious. They're so delicious.
Voter fraud's a real problem in the country.
Yeah, I know all about it.
Have you ever seen any voter fraud?
Yeah, me, I did it.
You committed voter fraud? What'd you do?
Voted twice for Trump.
Really?
4 years ago, yes.
Did you get in trouble for that?
Yeah, I'm still on probation for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Now, if I voted for Hillary, I would have got a gold medal.
But you voted for Trump twice.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I learned the hard way not to do it.
But did you wear a mustache or anything?
No.
Did you wear a mustache? What was your disguise?
I went around and voted another place, someplace else.
I don't know. I'm having like a big crisis because I honestly thought it was like libs that were doing it.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, voter fraud is a real thing. I did it.
What's the problem? What?
Oh, why is it ending there? Back to the top. I'm gonna get that tattooed. Back to the top. Back to the top. Okay, let's go today and see what the most popular videos are. Oh, this is really sweet. Her life is about to change. This is Rosa. She lost her job due to COVID and has been living at her sister's. She has worked in this building for 20 years. Everyone loves her. So we decided to give back to the woman who gives so much to everyone. She has no idea. She's about to get the penthouse. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna start crying. I can't. I'm gonna lose it.
Here you go, Rosa. This is the biggest apartment in the building. It's crazy. Really? I know, it's so beautiful. This is, I think they're all closets. It's a walk-in closet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, this place is unreal.
Nice place, isn't it? Wow, it's fantastic.
Have you seen the kitchen?
So beautiful.
Yeah. Really nice kitchen.
I love that floor.
Whoever's going to be living here is going to spend a lot of time. There's lots of clean in here. The brand new appliances, they just replaced them last year.
I hope they like to cook because this is the perfect.
It really is. So we got some more bedrooms over here. One to your right, one to your left. And the really cool thing about this one, do you like sunlight?
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of it here, right?
Wow.
Big terrace. So much space.
Oh, wow. You could get a telescope and look at the stars.
I know, really.
At night, you know?
Yeah, just come out here, enjoy the sun. All right, so then we'll go right back in. I want to show you the rest of it.
They're like edging us right now.
We have lots of big walk-in closets everywhere you look. Yeah, so I'm glad we got to get you in here, get you acquainted with everything. Blaze here's been telling me a lot.
Look at his armpit
your
sweat.
Contributions to people in the building, and I know a lot of people here in this building are a big fan of you, and they love you very much. You're kind of a celebrity here in the building. I don't mean to embarrass you, but it's true. You're very well loved here, and I know it's been a tough year for you and your family. There's probably been a lot of financial hardships and things like that. And well, I think you've really made an impact on the people here in the building, and they just wanted to give something back to you. So I have here a little contract for a 2-year lease on this unit that some of your fans here in the building got together, and they're taking care of it. All you have to do is sign and take the keys, and this unit is yours for the next 2 years. Yes. We really appreciate everything you've done. And it's your apartment. It's all yours. It's all yours. You're gonna have to hire a cleaning person. This is a lot to clean, but we just wanted to say thank you, and we know how much you and your family have done for us. So.
This is too much. I can't believe this.
No, you deserve it. You really do.
I'm crying. I cried. See, I love the happy freakouts.
Тем меньше вероятности провокации со стороны властей. Надо это хорошо понимать. Поэтому не надо.
Okay, I don't care about that.
Okay, to the Dims, I'm gonna be nice. Psych! You run your mouth one more time.
Oh my god. No one prepared you for what you do with this tactics. This is not how I want to go out, Grissom.
I love dogs so much. Oh, the dog. You know what this is like? I'm going to show you what this... I probably can't show it. I can't show it. Well, maybe I could show it on images. I won't be able to show it. It reminds me of the movie Sliver, when Sharon Stone's character, Carly Norris, first goes and she sees, like, the premise of Sliver is she's living in a building, and every building has secret cameras in it, so the person who owns the building can look at what people are doing in their apartments, and they become his, like, entertainment, right? So here she is in front of, like, all the cameras. Oh, yeah. See here. And so, you know, as she's watching, she gets to see people have sex, and she gets to see, like, somebody be abusive to their daughter, and she, you know, and sometimes she's laughing, and then sometimes she's crying. We are living in a Sliver world right now, where all of this
voting is not only a civic duty,
true reality stuff.
Hey, look, we have a moose in our bed.
Oh, Billy Baldwin's so hot.
Let's confront everybody in Walmart that's not wearing a mask.
Okay, let's not. Sorry, part of my point was, in Sliver, you see Sharon Stone's Carly Norris character go from, like, crying to laughing and stuff like that, and that's the experience I'm having right now. You get the full range of the human condition. This is Tony at the gym. Definitely. Oh, I bet you saw some wild stuff. I love doing videos of people at my gym.
I'm sitting here because I love him.
Oh, this is
And for
terrifying.
added drama, a light fell off the wall
Look at
and
this.
nearly hit them.
You know, an average person.
Oh!
Mary
Look
and
at how
Joseph.
close it was.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Okay.
It was a scary
It
incident.
was very scary.
Golly, thank you.
Terrifying.
I am a white man. Still white. With ginger bits. And they want me to take advice from this packy called Pretty Patel and the chocolate man next to her.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
And there's no one in the hospital.
Exactly.
Nobody. What is going on in this country? They discharged everybody. So there's nobody even in there.
Nobody's in there.
Nobody's in the hospital. How is that possible in a medical pandemic?
That's fake news, that's why.
Fake news. It's all fake news, isn't it? There's nobody in there. Is there anybody in there?
People are just such idiots. How long have I been going? How long have I been doing it? Okay, let's get one more really good video before I call it a night.
Тем меньше вероятности провокации со стороны властей. Надо это хорошо понимать. Поэтому не надо ничего бояться.
Довольно
Да.
много людей пришло, что вы чувствуете, что люди пришли, вышли вас поддержать. Вот прямо сейчас, да. Лично вы.
Я очень рада, что такое большое количество людей выходит по всей нашей стране в разных уголках нашей
Фашисты!
Yikes.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. We're crying.
Ew. What is that guy doing?
Good one.
Oh. Ah! That's what you get. Sexual harass. Come on, we need to... Oh. Oh! Oh! No, 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 no! Oh! I think it was like a bird or something. I don't know. I want like an old
Our next speaker is Jennifer Susko.
On Christmas, we lost a teacher to COVID-19, Mr. Patrick Key. As teachers and staff are being asked to do more than ever, we would appreciate that more be done to remember and honor Patrick tonight. His obituary said, Patrick felt passionate about wearing masks during the pandemic. In lieu of flowers, please buy and wear a mask to protect others and yourself in honor of him. That's from his obituary. I'm going to stop talking for a few seconds in honor of Mr. Key. During the silence, I'd like to ask all members of the board and the superintendent to put on your mask as a tribute to this teacher who did everything you asked of him, even teaching through a pandemic.
Wow. What assholes. Wow.
30 seconds.
I'd like the record to reflect that some of you did not wear a mask. The final
That's really, really powerful, what she's
request
done.
of a Cobb teacher who died. Your actions in these 2 minutes have spoken louder than words. We see where your priorities are. Please know that many of us reject your false gratitude for staff.
Yeah, you're right, Tony.
Since
I bet you they didn't even have
disposable
one.
to many of you.
Wow.
Our next speaker is Jennifer.
I'm very curious. This is one of the ones where like I want to
is Jennifer Susko.
go down and look in the comments and see what people. Wow, wow, wow. What point do they think they're making? What point?
True American patriots are not going to stand for this shit. And if you think we're not coming for you, guess what? You've already declared war amongst your people. We're coming. And 83 million people are not going to stand for this shit. So good luck, because I can assure you we'll be the last ones standing when it's all over with. For those of you who've been on my most recent videos, trying to spew hate and tell me that you're reporting me to the FBI.
That's not who I am.
Excuse me if I don't fucking care. I wasn't gonna make a video, but
this is amazing. This is amazing. That wasn't who I am. That's not who I am.
for the safety of myself and my family, considering the fact the Secret Service has come in and interrogated my entire family the last 2 days, and they are looking for my whereabouts. I have no reason not to comply with you. However, I'm not meeting you anywhere. I'm not guilty of anything. And for those of you who have reached out to my local and state police to start this nonsense to begin with, I know exactly who you are. And trust me, I will be giving names out.
Hold on. Who started what? Let's just watch this over. I want the full timeline. Because again, here you are the one inciting violence and then laughing when you think that people are bluffing when they say, okay, you're inciting violence.
True American patriots are not going to stand for this shit. If you think we're not coming for you...
Uh-oh, why is it buffering?
For this shit. If you think we're not coming for you...
Okay, we don't need to watch it again. She's a complete idiot, but I love this. I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Attention, customers. Life is not all about shopping, you know. No amount of material possessions is ever going to make you happy.
Stupid. I'm so over protests. Just have a protest subreddit. I just don't...
Yeah, let me be the first one to say I should whoop your mother ass going through my goddamn car. Put my back in my goddamn car. The are you doing? Put my back in my mother car. Get your goddamn ass out my Put my back in my goddamn car. Turn your mother ass. Get the away. Get out my...
Wow. I love it when people get combative when they're caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Like, she's putting her hand in his face. I don't know.
Like, what the hell?
Oh, I don't want to see.
Oh, look. Gucci out here fooling around, Petty. Come get him. Come. That been hard.
Aww.
That nigga is so stupid.
You gotta think the more that you're yelling at the dog, the more the dog thinks this is a game.
DC was fun. Y'all.
Just idiot.
Trying to be nice. Ma'am, I'm right here. Are you going to get off the aircraft or are you going to sit there and scream? I'm just asking. Because it's going to be your turn. I got to pee. I got to get off of here. Ma'am, I'm trying to... Excuse me, I work here, ma'am. Well, all right? I need get off the aircraft, please.
What just happened? What? I know I keep replaying these videos, but I'm a slower girl. So sometimes I need to watch it a few times.
I'm right here. Are you going to get off the aircraft or are you going to sit there and scream? I'm just asking. Because it's going to be your turn. I got to pee. I got to get off of here. Ma'am, I'm trying to... I'm watching you. Attack her. You go out of here. Excuse me, I work here, ma'am.
I don't, is this after plane landing or what? I have so many questions. Ooh, look at that guy.
We will, Miss Shirley. Okay. Okay, you know what, people? This is not Republican behavior. Okay?
That's not who we are. That's not who we are. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I've seen that before. I don't like that. Okay, one more good video. One more good video. Trailer trash Deborah.
Breaking the law. You are. Except you're violating my space, and you keep your...
Come on, give us one more goodie. Selfish, awful human beings.
Okay. Keep walking. Yeah. We come here to have a swim in pay. Okay. In pay. In pay. After we fucking dead today on our bed. Fuck off. Fuck off. You wanna touch me? You wanna touch me? You touch me. You touch me. You touch me. You touch me. Keep walking. Keep walking, guys. You touch me.
God.
You hit me.
That was pretty great. Okay, thank you. Thank you, girls, very much for tuning in. I've been at this for over an hour. I'll be back next Saturday to do more public freakouts with a curated list of videos that I found. I hope you have a very enjoyable night. I'm going to go get some dinner. Okay? Okay? Be sure to tell Deborah that I showed a video because it's the only way that she'll watch my live if you tell her that we had a video of her that she has to see because she won't listen to me because she doesn't trust me. Bye.